Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into an important topic for those of you over 50. Your diet plays a crucial role in maintaining your health and energy levels. Let's explore the top 10 foods you should avoid to stay in tip-top shape. As we age, our nutritional needs change. What was fine in our 20s might not be best after 50. It's about making informed choices for a vibrant life. Understanding what to limit can make a world of difference. Think of it as upgrading your fuel for a high-performance engine, your body. We're talking about boosting your vitality, sharpening your mind, and keeping your heart strong. This isn't just about adding years to your life, but life to your years. We're going to break down why certain foods can be problematic after 50, and more importantly, how you can navigate your diet for optimal well-being. So, grab a healthy snack, maybe some nuts or a piece of fruit, get comfortable, and let's get into it. My goal here is to provide you with clear, actionable information that you can start using right away. We're in this together, learning how to make smart choices that support our health goals. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to taking care of the amazing machine that is your body. Let's make these golden years truly golden. Alright, let's kick things off with a big one, high-sodium foods. Sodium is essential, but most of us consume way too much of it. The recommended daily intake is around 2,300 milligrams, but many over 50 should aim for even less. Excess sodium impacts blood pressure, increasing the risk of heart disease, stroke, and kidney problems. Most sodium comes from processed and packaged foods like canned soups, frozen dinners, and deli meats. Become a label detective and check the sodium content on nutrition facts panels. Reducing sodium doesn't mean your food has to be bland. Experiment with herbs and spices. Cooking more meals at home gives you control over the ingredients. Look for low sodium, reduced sodium, or no salt added versions. Small, consistent changes add up. Rinsing canned beans and vegetables can help reduce sodium. It's all about being mindful and proactive in protecting your heart. Let's move on to the next food to avoid. Next up on our list are processed meats. This includes bacon, sausages, hot dogs, deli meats, and jerky. The WHO classifies processed meats as a Group 1 carcinogen, linked to colorectal cancer. They are high in sodium and contain preservatives like nitrates and nitrites, which can form carcinogens in the body. Processed meats are also high in saturated fats and cholesterol, contributing to atherosclerosis. Minimizing these dietary risk factors is critical for maintaining heart health. Try using freshly cooked chicken or turkey breast instead of processed deli slices. Explore plant-based protein options like beans, lentils, and tofu. Opt for fresh, unprocessed cuts of meat. By choosing whole, unprocessed foods, you're avoiding harmful substances and providing your body with beneficial nutrients. Even small reductions can make a difference over time. Let's continue with the next food to avoid. Let's talk about sugary drinks like sodas, fruit juices with added sugar, and sweetened teas. These drinks are packed with empty calories and can lead to weight gain. Excess body weight is a risk factor for heart disease, cancer, and type 2 diabetes. Sugary drinks cause rapid blood sugar spikes, leading to insulin resistance and diabetes. Be aware of hidden sugars in fruit drinks and sports drinks. Water is the best choice for hydration. Try infusing it with lemon, cucumber, or berries. Unsweetened herbal teas, green tea, or black coffee are also good choices. If you crave something bubbly, opt for sparkling water with a squeeze of fresh fruit juice. Reducing sugary drinks helps manage weight, stabilize blood sugar, and reduce chronic disease risk. Let's move on to the next food to avoid. Remember, small changes can have a big impact. Now let's talk about trans fats. Let's delve into trans fats, found in many processed foods like fried items, baked goods, and some margarines. Trans fats raise LDL cholesterol and lower HDL cholesterol, increasing heart disease risk. Many countries have banned or limited trans fats, but it's crucial to read labels. Look for terms like partially hydrogenated oil or hydrogenated vegetable oil. Avoid deep-fried foods, commercially baked goods, and frozen pizzas. Opt for healthier alternatives like baked or grilled foods. Awareness about trans fats has grown, and many manufacturers have removed them. Prioritize whole, unprocessed foods and healthy fats like avocados, nuts, and olive oil. Cooking at home gives you control over ingredients. Choosing healthy fats supports cardiovascular health and overall well-being. Let's continue with the next food to avoid. Now let's talk about alcohol. Let's discuss alcohol consumption. Our body's ability to metabolize alcohol changes with age. Excessive alcohol intake can lead to liver problems, high blood pressure, and certain cancers. Alcohol can interfere with medication and increase the risk of falls and cognitive impairment. Guidelines recommend no more than 1 standard drink per day for adults over 65. A standard drink is 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits. Be honest about your drinking habits and discuss them with your doctor. Moderation is key to protecting your health as you age. Let's move on to the next food to avoid. Now let's talk about refined carbohydrates. Remember, small changes can have a big impact. Let's continue with the next food to avoid. Let's tackle refined carbohydrates like white bread, white rice, and sugary cereals. These carbs are quickly digested, causing sharp blood sugar spikes and crashes. Over time, this can lead to insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Complex carbs like whole grains, legumes, fruits, and vegetables are digested more slowly. They provide lasting fullness and support digestive health. Swap white bread for whole wheat, white rice for brown rice, and sugary cereals for oatmeal. Increase your intake of fruits, vegetables, and legumes. These changes help manage blood sugar and provide essential nutrients. Let's move on to the next food to avoid. Remember, small changes can have a big impact. Now let's talk about high-fat dairy. Let's continue with the next food to avoid. Let's turn our attention to high-fat dairy products like whole milk, cheese, and butter. These are high in saturated fats, which can raise LDL cholesterol and increase heart disease risk. Opt for lower-fat or non-fat versions like skim milk and reduced-fat cheese. Greek yogurt, particularly plain, non-fat, is an excellent source of protein and calcium. Substitute lower-fat alternatives for cream or butter in cooking. Some people develop lactose intolerance as they age. Consider lactose-free or plant-based alternatives. Choose unsweetened varieties to avoid added sugars. Balance your need for calcium and vitamin D with managing saturated fat intake. Focus on a varied diet rich in other calcium sources like leafy greens, tofu, and almonds. By choosing dairy products wisely, you can support both bone and heart health. Let's move on to the next food to avoid. Now let's talk about artificial sweeteners. Let's discuss artificial sweeteners found in diet sodas, sugar-free candies, and yogurts. While they offer sweetness without calories, their long-term impact on metabolism is debated. Artificial sweeteners might trick our bodies, potentially confusing metabolic processes. Some studies suggest they could alter the gut microbiome, leading to glucose intolerance. Maintaining a healthy metabolism and balanced gut microbiome is vital for overall well-being. Artificial sweeteners can increase cravings for sweet foods. The goal should be to reduce overall reliance on intense sweetness. Gradually reduce the amount of sweetness you add to foods and drinks. Opt for water or unsweetened beverages. Consider small amounts of natural sweeteners like honey or maple syrup. Focus on the natural sweetness of whole fruits. Let's move on to the next food to avoid. Let's talk about high caffeine drinks like strong coffee tea and energy drinks. Excessive caffeine can impact sleep and cardiovascular health. Caffeine is a stimulant, and its effects can last for many hours. Consuming caffeine in the afternoon or evening can interfere with sleep. Chronic sleep deprivation can lead to fatigue and impaired cognitive function. High doses of caffeine can increase heart rate and blood pressure. Energy drinks often combine high caffeine levels with other stimulants and sugar. Sensitivity to caffeine can change with age, leading to restlessness and anxiety. Moderation is key. Up to 400 milligrams of caffeine per day is generally considered safe. Avoid caffeine at least 6 to 8 hours before bedtime. Consider switching to decaffeinated coffee or tea, or explore herbal teas. Let's move on to the next food to avoid. Let's address red meat, including beef, pork, lamb, and veal. Consuming too much red meat, especially processed and fatty cuts, increases the risk of heart disease and cancer. Red meat is high in saturated fats, raising LDL cholesterol levels. High-temperature cooking methods can form carcinogenic compounds. Heme iron in red meat might contribute to oxidative stress and chronic diseases. Moderation is key. Choose leaner cuts and healthier cooking methods. Portion control is crucial. A serving of meat should be about the size of a deck of cards. Diversify your protein sources with poultry, fish, eggs, legumes, nuts, and seeds. These alternatives offer excellent protein and beneficial nutrients. By making thoughtful choices, you can enjoy a balanced, protein-rich diet. Let's move on to the final scene. Now let's wrap up with the outro. Outro, your health journey continues. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more health tips. Stay healthy, and see you next time. Remember, this isn't about deprivation, it's about empowerment. Understand how foods impact your body as it matures, so you can make informed decisions. Start with small, manageable steps. Maybe this week you focus on reducing sugary drinks. Every positive choice is a step in the right direction. Your health journey is unique and continuous. Create a sustainable, enjoyable way of eating. Focus on whole foods, vibrant fruits, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Experiment in the kitchen and discover new healthy favorites. Your health is your most valuable asset. Keep learning, exploring, and prioritizing your well-being.